Hello! Welcome to a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I've made quite a few videos in the Career and Money playlist, and I've shared a lot of advice that I know. But today, I wanted to share with you some books that are really worth reading. Successful people never stop learning, and these books were recommended by some of the most successful people. I've read these books and thought you should know about them and who is recommending them. I will also list some of my recommendations because I got asked to share. So if you would like to get some inspiration today and learn a lot of great new things, then please keep watching and stay connected with me by subscribing to my channel. Okay, let's do this. For the first book, I have to start with one that was favorited by the one and only Steve Jobs, and the book is called The Innovator's Dilemma, the revolutionary book that will change the way you do business. The book focuses on the lessons that came out of the success and failure stories of leading companies, and it presents some key points on how to capitalize on the phenomenon of disruptive innovation. I feel like every entrepreneur needs to read this book. Today I'm not physically holding any of the books because most of them are on my tablet, but I will link all of them for you in the description box below to make it easy to find them if you're interested. All of this knowledge will be really powerful. So I just want to make sure you have access to it. The next book was recommended by the chairman and CEO of the Coca-Cola company, Muhtar Kent, and it's called The Ascent of Money, A Financial History of the World. This is a great book about how the financial system evolves and the forces that drive it. As we look at these successful people, right? If you pay attention, you realize that money is not just something fluid to them, something that can be made and exchanged. These people really understand it. The true understanding of money is one of the dividing factors that separates the 1%. So I wanted you to be aware of this and hopefully get to read the book. Third book on today's list is called Atlas Shrugged, and it was recommended by ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson, among many other successful people. This book is actually referred to as the second most influential book for Americans today after the Bible, and that was according to a joint survey conducted by the Library of Congress and the Book of the Month Club. The book is a very dramatic vision of existence and man's highest potential. It was 12 years in the making. It was published, I don't know, like over 50 years ago. It is fictional, but you can pick up many things from it, and that is why it's still a very popular read in the business community, so I think it's worth adding into the mix. HP CEO Meg Whitman has literally made this next book a reading requirement for hundreds of thousands of HP employees, and she believes that the advice from the next book off today's list, called Playing to Win: How Strategy Really Works, she believes the advice from it is really crucial to success. Well, she said that, so I read it and then made it into today's list. It's a good book to have. Now, I loved this next one called The Art of Happiness, A Handbook to Living, and LinkedIn's Jeff Weiner said that he learned the true meaning of compassion through this book from the Dalai Lama. That is really powerful to say, and I love books like that, so I definitely recommend reading it. Now, Google co-founder Larry Page likes to learn, and he gets inspired by stories written about other successful leaders, and honestly, so do I. So the next book is called My Inventions, the autobiography of Nikola Tesla. This is a Larry Page and Alexandra Potora favorite, and now I can say I have been in the same sentence with a Google founder, so yeah. He also highly recommended a book called Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman by Richard Feynman. He was a scientist who worked on many different problems in physics and technology. He pushed a lot of boundaries, and this book will especially be helpful to anybody with novel ideas or business ideas that are challenging. Next, Facebook's very own Mark Zuckerberg set the goal for himself to read a new book every 2 weeks. That is really the epitome of how successful people never stop learning, right? And he has apparently kickstarted the goal with a book called The End of Power: From Boardrooms to Battlefields and Churches to States, Why Being in Charge Isn't What It Used to Be. This book is about power, how it shifts, how it changes, how it's decaying. It's a very thought-provoking book, and for that reason, it's on today's list. Number 9, Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer very publicly supported the next book called The Charisma Myth: How Anyone Can Master the Art and Science of Personal Magnetism. Pulling from techniques she originally developed for Harvard and MIT, the author, Olivia Fox, breaks down charisma into different components and helps show you how to become more influential, more persuasive, and inspiring. It's actually quite a good book. Next on the list is The Intelligent Investor, and billionaire investor Warren Buffett says it helped shape his investment philosophy. Now that is a very powerful statement, and the reason I wanted to make sure you know about this book. Now, some of my personal favorites are Bruce Lipton's The Biology of Belief, which shares research that changes the way we look at the role of DNA and bridges the gap between science and spirituality. I also recommend The Power of Now and A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a fantastic book. I love The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho as well. Also, Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBerge. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is another amazing book about the story of distinguished psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, who was an Auschwitz prisoner during World War II. While he was there, he began to wonder how some of his fellow prisoners were able to keep so strong through the horrifying conditions they were in, and not only survive them, but really grow stronger. It's a beautiful book about the power of attitude over circumstance. And last but not least on my personal list, there's also Loving What Is by Byron Katie. So the way this works is you read the books and have a notebook handy where you can write down any ideas, thoughts that essentially stood out from reading these books, and you can always have them at the drop of the hat. And the journal I spoke about a long time ago when I was first testing videos on this channel, in that journal you can do this. It will be a great tool for you. And then you need to plan in your weekly calendar how you will do the things you need to do to get to the next level. And same thing goes with all the videos that I share with you here. They are so rich in content and tips and ideas and stuff. So between those videos and the ideas in it and the ideas from these books, you have a solid foundation to improve everyday life, which you may know it's the motto of my blog and this video channel here. Now, I'm really gonna try to squeeze in a favorites video for you this week because I am leaving for Vegas. I will do everything within my powers to launch it on Friday, but either way, I hope you can follow me on Snapchat because I'll be snapping a lot for my girls' trip to Vegas. Follow me on Instagram and let me know what other videos you would like me to make. I'm always listening to you. I love you so much for watching and thank you for being here. May good luck and fortune follow you everywhere you go today and every day. I can't wait to see you soon. Bye!